everybody, my name is Erin. I'm here at Kilter Studios for a setter session. I've been setting with movement gyms for about 2 years now. One of my favorite things about route setting is curating the experience that people get as they get up the wall. I'm really excited to set on an adjustable wall for the first time. It'll be a new experience to get to play with, making things a little bit harder as it gets steeper or a little bit easier as it gets a little bit more slabby. We have some new shapes here today that we're going to unpack and route set with.
Incoming.
Whoa, it's so light. My goodness. Like something this size, you would expect it to be like, oh, I gotta get it up on the wall. But instead you're like, oh, I can hold this with one hand, I can put the screws in with the other.
Safe. Big holes didn't always used to be safe. What we've got here, we've got a couple full bins of our new style of plastic. This is called VTF plastic. What's really amazing about these, they already start out at least 40% recycled material. We in the climbing industry have been a throwaway industry for a lot of our product for forever. Once a hold reaches its lifespan, it's gone. It's in the trash. That plastic goes to the landfill. It does not get circulated back into the industry. So with this new material, it starts out already 40% recycled, and we have to put a little bit of new plastic into it, but what this allows us to do is this allows us to create a product that is ultra lightweight, super strong, and renewable to a certain degree, right?
Yeah, because like it's one of those things that like if you don't hit it exactly in the right place, exactly like on the inside, then you're gonna miss it because you're just gonna hit and miss and slide off. So one of the challenges with route setting sometimes is that we can be overwhelmed by options and have a lot of different ideas and a lot of different resources and just not know which one we want to go with. So what I'm doing today is doing the opposite of that and limiting my resources. I have these 5 holds right here, and these are all I get to put on the wall. So I'm going to try and set a climb with them just using these. Made out of footholds. And we're going for the handholds. But I don't know which position I want them to finish in. It could be like a side pull, come out, heel hook match. It could be like a hi-yah. This is a really positive hold. It doesn't feel very positive because it doesn't have any truck on it, but it will. I think we gotta go with the less positive one. I think that's the beta right now. This part is really positive, and this part is kind of a worse. So I'm gonna rotate it about 90 degrees clockwise, because then you can use this hold to pull you onto it when you're standing up onto here, and you'll have a little bit of a worse foot, so it's a little more tricky. This profile blocks this side. You're not gonna be able to get your foot in there at all, so I twisted it a little bit farther. So when you're above it, your foot can go in and your ankle will probably come above, but you're not going to be able to see your foot at all.
So cruising along on this one so far, really trying to lean into the style of these holds, right? I could have just set a straightforward vertical pinch climb for y'all. I don't think that has a lot of value for you as the viewer. So I'm trying to show y'all how these holds are so much more than just pinches. We've got this at 5 degrees slab at the moment. This handhold is so good. I'm in my sneakers, like I can still smear and engage on this, right? Climbing shoes are gonna be that much better as well. So I don't have a foot on for the start. Who knows, maybe I'm totally missing the mark and I just throw a foot on after. I do have one hold that I don't have a vision for its function quite yet. Maybe that turns into the start foot, right? Gonna get them going through this right trending sequence where this next handhold is still usable. It still is a pinch, but only on its farthest point because I flipped it upside down. So this is the real strong usable surface, but I do have this usable scoop right here. What I really want for this is its profile change. I'm gonna get them moving over into hopefully a bit of a kicking the foot across, having to clamp a heel hook to then get to these next pinches, stand up on almost like a little bit of a pistol squat. If I can get them to hopefully do a bit of a big press and make their body transition through all of this open negative space. I'm gonna put my finish hold way up in that top left corner.
Cool.
Start is going to be interesting. I want it to be a 4-point start on this. So you kind of stand up in this little divot here and like lean down and touch your hands here. The rest of the beginning sequence is kind of like a very foot focused sequence. So you kind of stand up into here. You have a really nice hold. The 30% that Connor was talking about that is good is like right here or so. So this is really positive. This is pretty slopey, but you have this for your foot to stand up on. And then eventually you're gonna need to get your left foot over to here, which means you probably have to do kind of a blind foot switch right here while you're balancing and leaning into the slab, or maybe leaning over to this using what you have of your hands. You're gonna stand up into this divot and kind of fall into this flat or even a little bit slopey edge up there, but I think it will be pretty positive on the slab. And then the last move is a match on here. You kind of like smear in campus and then press up to get your foot up and then match. I definitely have a few changes in mind of like things that can get adjusted. I moved this one down from where it was so that even this to there is like a little bit close. So it might be that these two have to come down a little bit so that you're doing more of a move over. This one might be too good and might have to get worse to make it more challenging. This one might have to spin a little bit because the foot might be too blind or the hand might be in the wrong spot.
Yeah, so lots of little adjustments maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll just see how it works. Maybe I need to like jump on top of it. Four-point start. Ooh. Kind of a high step. It's a higher step than I thought it was going to be. I think it's more of a step than a pull yourself on because the foot is low. So I might want to turn it so that the foot is better and have it just like lean into having it be a foot and not a hand. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I think the difficulty is it coming from it being far also.
Also, there's something unique about this shape that is causing you to pull back, right?
Yeah.
So if we look at it, this right here is the highest profile point of this hold.
That's like
your foot's down underneath. Yeah. So your shin is right up against this, and really you want your shin to be at a closer angle with the wall angle.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand up all the way. On your marks, get set, go. Oh.
Nice. Heck yeah.
That's scary. You did it exactly in the way I wanted, except the last move I was kind of picturing either what you did, which seemed like kind of crunchy, or you do like a mantle and then get your foot up and then match.
Oh, cool.
Or you're a little on top of it, but I think either way works.
Cool, yeah, that was it was a good example of where I was posed with a problem, right? The problem was the hold felt really good when I was down underneath it with my foot on.
Yeah.
I knew smearing on the wall, I was probably gonna skate. And to get that security, it was either get the heel up, because I'm down underneath, or like you were saying, get up above it ahead of time.
Yeah. Okay. So I just turned this a little bit flatter so that it's an easier hold to stand up on. Connor just did it and he was able to get past it. It was mostly jumping off this foot and not putting so much weight on this one. And so it ended up being like a not super difficult part to a really difficult part. So I just turned this so that it'll like even out the difficulty a little bit. I really like it. That move out was pretty scary. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to trust my foot or not. So it was definitely a very trusting move to be able to just like go for it and jump and trust that your hands are going to stick and you're going to catch it.
Ooh,
Cool.
it's gonna be a lot harder, even at 5 degrees. That was actually kind of cool that I wasn't necessarily planning on the extended, reaching for the toe hook, switching to a heel.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes that's the moment of exploration we do. I was a little more confident in this sequence, in this transition. I wasn't quite sure at the beginning.
Such a cute little adjustment.
I want to see if I can get the start move at 5 degrees. 2.5 degrees difference. It's nothing, right? Famous last words.
Hey.
I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready.
All right, you got it. You got it.
Oh, okay, that wasn't that bad. Oi! Famous last words. Oi, I found myself. No! I lost it.
That's a hard pistol squat now.
It is a
Still,
hard
that's
pistol
good.
squat.
Like,
yeah. I think I didn't trust it, but that worked other than that. Wow. It's weird because I think it got harder to trust and harder to balance, but the moves are essentially like the same.
yeah. Oh! Nice.
The knee.
The knee.
The knee was so good. Nice. Well done. So we're at 2.5.
We're at 2.5.
That was
That
hard.
was really entertaining because I just had to move like 10 times slower than I was moving before.
And I'm gonna have you show them that I'm just gonna put my pinky, or not my pinky because it's my bad hand. I'm gonna bolt hole a tiny bit and show them that like it's at that fine line of subtlety. We might get it next go. We might spend an hour doing this. So I'm gonna show y'all just how close of a fine line we are to doing this move, and I'm gonna use a bolt hole ever so slightly just on this step up, and I think I'm gonna do it next go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice job. Wow.
Nice work.
Wow.
Woo!
Nice.
Yay! Is it still an interview ledge?
Find out.
Does it interview ledge? Oh my gosh. Not as easily. Yes, it does!
Nice.
Thanks for watching. We had a lot of fun setting today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more.